Okay, in this video I am going to introduce to you what are called matrices. I know I didn't teach you this, Landon, in our session, but it's really easy. Otherwise I would not be giving this to you in a video. But matrices are something that you might see on the ACT, and they're so easy it's just worth our time just to review them. So when you see brackets like this, see how these brackets are squared off? They're talking about a matrix. Now, matrices are used a lot of times when you're doing inventories, like a spreadsheet. You've heard of the application Excel. So Excel is nothing more than just matrices. And you can oftentimes perform operations with those matrices to make things a little bit quicker. So in this case, we got a 2 on the outside, and it's kind of like the distributive property. So this is how it kind of looks. And let me just rewind that and go through that a little bit slower so you can see we're going to be distributing this 2 or multiplying the 2 by every piece in the matrix. And so we're just doubling every one of these elements. That's what they're called, as elements. So I'm going to create a matrix skeleton, and that's my skeleton. And I'm just going to replace those numbers with their equivalencies. So 2 times negative 4, this 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. And 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And 2 times 5, and 2 times 5 again is going to give us a set of 10s. And 2 times 0 and 2 times 0 is going to give us a set of zeros. And that's it. It's so simple. Don't you wish math was always this simple? Now the next one, we're going to be looking at adding. And you'll notice that we have 2 matrices. And the way that you do this is you just simply find the number that corresponds with each element in one, and then you add it with the corresponding element in the second one. So in this case, here's my skeleton. I'm going to get, this is called a 2 by 2 matrix because you have 2 rows and 2 columns. And I'm going to add these 2 pieces together, and that's going to give me a 1. I'm going to add 6 and negative 4 together. That's going to give me a 2. I'm going to add negative 3 and negative 4 together. That gives me negative 7. And 5 and 3, that gives me 8. Once again, so easy. Don't make it difficult, because it certainly isn't. All right, in this one, this is really the only one that's a little bit challenging because we have this minus sign. So you recall when we were doing combining like terms and you had a negative on the outside, you had to distribute the negative, and this is the same way. So we are looking at distributing that negative here, here, and here. So really, when you distribute that negative, it just alters all the signs in that group. So I'm going to build my skeleton. I'm going to say negative 2 minus negative 4 is the same as negative 2 plus 4, which is 2. 3 minus 6 is the same as negative 3. And negative 3 minus negative 2 is the same as negative 3 plus 2. And so that's equal to negative 1. Or what we can do, Landon, is we can just distribute the negative at the front. Change this over to an addition problem, and then just change all the signs inside of our matrix. And now it's just simply an addition problem. Again, I just distributed this negative, made this a positive. So it's very similar to when we did integers. We added and subtracted positive and negative numbers. So you're going to get the same thing, because negative 2 plus 4 is 2. And 3 minus 6 is negative 3. And negative 3 minus 2, or plus 2, is negative 1. So as you can see, it doesn't matter how you do it, just as long as you distribute that negative. And that's how you perform operations on matrices. It's that simple. Have fun.